What's the point of self-improvement if you lose the one person that means the most? You. If on this journey of working hard and improving your life and trying to change and improve all these certain aspects you wish to improve, what if you lose yourself? How does that feel? And in the last few months for me, I've been working extremely hard on changing certain things in my life, my routine, my habits, eating better. But I found that I've actually been losing myself. I've been feeling worse off of that. How and why? It's because I'm acting like a robot, right? I'm living my everyday, this task, this task, this task. I'm not actually taking a moment to appreciate how I'm feeling and that I'm feeling better and that things are getting better, right? I'm just focusing on action, action, action. So my advice to you and the principle of this video is to remind you that you don't want to lose yourself in the process of this self-improvement. You're doing this so you feel good, so your life is better. And if you're not feeling that certain way of doing all of this, you need to take a step back to realize that there's probably something that's wrong, or that's going wrong. And it's better that you realize this sooner rather than later, before you lose yourself. Just caught up in action, 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 right? You still want to have that life inside of you. You still want to have that passionate soul who feels the benefits, who recognizes and has gratitude for how much better you feel and how much your life has improved. But if you act like a robot, if you act like an AI, just action, 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 and you don't take a step back to realize, oh wow, I've come so far, I feel so much better, I'm getting fulfillment within myself. That's where you realise that self-improvement can actually be quite dangerous. Because most people focus so heavy on self-improvement that they forget who they are. They forget why they started in the first place. You want to improve your life, you want to feel better in and of yourself, you want to have a better physique, more successful, more wealthy life, or whatever your desired goals and ambitions may be. You want that. But you don't just want that, you want the feeling of then having that. You want that satisfaction and that fulfillment when you've achieved that. And if you just focus on action, 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 you don't take a step back to realise how far you are going and how far you've come and how you are feeling during that journey and that process of getting there. Once you get there, you're not going to be fulfilled. You're going to be an overworked zombie. You would have lost your soul. You would have lost your life in the meanwhile of just action. And if you're not sure of whether or not you are losing yourself along this journey, here are a few signs. You feel like a robot. You don't get anything when you achieve certain things. When you have these little wins, you're not getting anything from them. You don't feel satisfied in any way, shape or form. I know there's always more to be gotten, there's always more to improve, but even through these small wins, you should be satisfied, you should be grateful for what you're achieving and how far you're going. If you're not feeling like that, you're just feeling like a robot, one thing to another, and you're not taking a step back to realise, you know what, that feels great. I feel great, my life is great now because all these little wins I'm having. If you're not getting any satisfaction to any regard on a human-based level, and you're not feeling any sense of fulfillment, and you're acting like a robot, just action, just action, just action, moving on to the next thing, that's one sign. Another would be chasing goals you don't care about. When you're doing all this action, and you're putting all this hard work in towards certain goals you may have, if you don't like the goals you're working towards, you're going to lose yourself. You're going to become someone you don't want to become. You need to be setting goals and high standards for yourself based on the things you want to get to, based on the way you want to feel. And if you're adapting and you're changing these certain goals and ambitions based off what someone else is doing or someone else's goal or how they are, you're never going to be satisfied. You're going to lose yourself in the meantime, because you're going to forget why you started this self-improvement in the first place. The reason why I started because I wanted to get here, I wanted to get here. Why am I now doing this to get to a different result because someone else has that? I want to do this work, these habits to make me feel good, to get me here, because that's what I did. That's why I did it in the first place. My own personal journey, my own personal story. So don't lose yourself trying to chase another sort of man's desires, another man's ambitions, or another man's sort of goals and rewards. Choose your own ones, chase your own ones, and remember what they are. You never have any sense of satisfaction or appreciation for anything you're achieving. I went over this a second ago, however, if you're not genuinely feeling appreciated for every small win, like I said before, that's a sign that you're losing yourself. You don't have any life within you to celebrate that. And that's what I found out for myself. I'm getting all these small wins, I'm hitting all these targets I'm setting out, but why am I not feeling fulfilled? Yes, there's always more to achieve, but I still need to have that sense of fulfillment and that sense of pleasure in the meanwhile whilst I'm achieving these small wins. That's what then excels me to the bigger ones. I don't want to just have eternal burnout where I'm working. That's not why I did this in the first place. It's to feel better. So why am I feeling worse? And yeah, you just feel less fulfilled in general. You feel like all this journey and all this hard work you're putting in, why am I not feeling good or satisfied or fulfilled? Why am I sad still? Why am I depressed? Just action, action, action. Yep, I've got to do this on my routine next, or I've got to go and do this, and I've got to do this habit. You shouldn't be feeling that way. You should be feeling yourself. You should be feeling confident. You should be feeling enthusiastic. I get to do this. I get to go smash these actions. And I get to live and I get to feel better in my own life. That's a sign you're losing yourself. You're losing yourself to just the rewards and the action instead of the fulfillment and the journey that you should be feeling along the way. That sense of satisfaction, that sense of fulfillment in little wins, not just the fact that, oh, okay, I haven't got that big result yet, so you know what, we just got to get back to working. Don't lose yourself. And to counteract this, I'm going to give you some ways to build yourself, but also not to lose yourself at the same time. Remember why you started. Why did you start in the first place? Why did you want to improve your life in the first place? Why did you hop on this self-improvement in the first place? Why have you changed certain habits in your life? What was this for? What was each change for? To feel better in yourself, to be more successful, to be a better man, or I guess woman if you're watching this as well. What is that sense, and why did you start in the first place? If you remember that, and for a lot of you, and for myself included, it was to feel better, to be respected. So if I don't even respect myself and I lose myself along this path, again, what is it all for? Balance. I don't like using this word lightly. I don't think balance should be used in self-improvement in terms of doing good and bad. I just mean balance grinding with living. There's a difference between grinding and living. To me, when I think of living, I think peace, freedom, these sort of inner, internal emotions. And then grinding would be external emotions, external actions, going out there, doing this and working hard and doing content, whatever it may be. And then I link the internal with living, peace. The fact that I can sit here now because I've worked hard and I feel free. Most people just focus on the grinding, the action, non-stop, and they deprive themselves of actual internal emotion. They don't feel anything anymore. They just feel robotic, as I said before. So you need to balance actually taking a moment for yourself and actually living and appreciating this freedom and peace you now feel for the hard work, other than now just moving on to hard work constantly. You don't want to destroy that life within you. And my most important point, live for yourself, not the reward. The reason why you're losing yourself is because you're living for the reward, that money, that success, that achievement. That's not the reason why you did this. Yeah, again, it's not the reason why you're doing all of this. You're doing it for you, to feel better, to then have that result, but not just to have the result, to feel the emotions and the fulfillment of that result. Not just to have it. There's nothing valuable about having money in your hand. It's how you feel about having that money in your hand. What does that now offer? Does that offer you freedom? And then that freedom offers you peace to sit there and just actually take in all the success and the fulfillment you work towards. It's not about the money, it's not about the success, it's about where you are and how you feel in that moment based on what you've achieved. Not losing yourself and killing your life within you for a result that doesn't mean anything if you don't feel fulfilled from it. So my final advice would be, grow. Self-improvement is necessary, it's amazing, it's beautiful, but it also can be dangerous if you lose yourself along the way. So don't lose yourself. Take a moment right now to realise, am I overworking? Like genuinely, am I burnt out from just action to the point where I'm actually forgetting why I did this in the first place? Like, I don't feel good, I feel worse off. If you feel that way, you need to take a step back and you need to process that. You know what? I don't feel as good as I should. I'm going to change certain things, my routine. I'm going to start trying to live with more of a free mind whilst I'm doing this work, and to take a moment to have more present moment with myself, maybe journaling, reading, meditation, not just work. It's also about feeling good for you, feeling good in yourself. That's why you started all of this in the first place. Remember that.